the British Army fitness tests. Annual ones. Yeah, they have it for the Air Force, they have it for the Navy, they have it for the Fire Service, and they have it for the police. Right then. Now these are key workers, aren't they? Frontline workers. Frontline workers. I mean, they have these tests in the army and in that lot for, if one of the troops goes down, you've got to be able to pick them up and drag them or carry them or something like that to safety. Yeah, do first aid and all that sort of stuff. You've got to run to certain places. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, you've got to be physically fit and a bit able. Yeah? Frontline services. Now, in my view, yeah, if the medical world is going to be on frontline services, they should have a frontline fitness test done annually. Because, like carers and nurses, they've got to lift people up. Yeah? And things like that, everybody. They've got to lift people up and things. You know, when they go to somebody's house, and there's a lady that's got to go in a house to help somebody, or a man that's got to go into a house, a carer, and they might be on their own. So they have got to be able, yeah, throughout the year, to pick up patients or deal with them whilst they're on their own. Because if they can't, they have to then phone somebody else, and then somebody else to take them away from the other bits of caring to help them in that situation. Yeah? So why, then, should the carers and the nurses and that, why should they not then do a front-line annual fitness test to be able to do their job in a front-line professional manner? I'll give you an idea what it's about for the year.
Call in our team on 0345 600 8080. Army Career Centre. To join the British Army, you will need to pass a series of fitness tests when you are invited to the Assessment Centre or Westbury if you're joining as an officer. Everyone takes the same tests, regardless of the role you hope to join. However, there are varying requirements for different roles. You can find these detailed in Role Finder. Run. Soldier candidates need to run 2 kilometres, which is 1.2 miles. There will be an 800-metre warm-up before you start the run, and you'll be expected to push yourself as hard as you can once the warm-up is over. You'll need to be able to complete the 2-kilometre run in at least 11 minutes 15 seconds to join the army. If you're joining as an officer, you'll run 2 kilometres as part of a multi-stage fitness test. This means you'll need to run between 2 lines, 20 metres apart in time with a beep. Steadily faster. Your score is based on the point when you can no longer keep up. You need to reach level 8.7 to pass. The ball throw. To measure how strong your upper body strength is, you'll be asked 4-kilogram medicine ball as far as you can from a sitting position. Most roles will need you to be able to throw it at least 2.9 metres, but some will need you to throw it 3.1 metres. The mid-thigh pull. Your lower body strength is tested with a mid-thigh pull. For this, stand in front of a bar and be asked to pull the bar upwards for 5 seconds. You will have 2...
Bit like lifting somebody out of bed or trying to put them back into bed and things like that. Yeah, there's a lives near me. I was called in to help lift the guy in bed because he fell out of bed. It's not easy. I'm 53, right? I was in the military. These tests aren't hard, but it keeps you on a par with being able to do your job. Yeah? They're all saying it's like frontline services like the war and all this sort of stuff. So then if you want frontline respect, you have to do your professional fitness test every year so you're able to pick up or manoeuvre patients when you're on your own in a manner that has become care and not then another problem where you have to then take somebody else away from their caring job to then help you type of thing on an average, unless the person's really, really fat. And then you'll have to call in 2 people or whatever. Yeah? But I wouldn't be surprised looking at the state of some of these carers and nurses who are very, very overweight. Yeah? Can't do it. We have the bleep test. We have to run in between of positions for bleep speed and all that sort of stuff. So you run from one place to the other and the beat gets faster and faster. Fitness standards. Oh, College of Policing, they do it. They're frontline services. The fire service, they have annual physical tests and stuff like that to get in. Yeah? Do you get me where I'm coming from now? Nurses. So why don't the nurse profession, the frontline services, and they've been battering everybody's head that they are. So I see, because I care. I actually care. I'm not digging, I care. Because if you have loads and loads of overweight people, I'm not about the fit and healthy people, I'm on about the unfit people and the overweight people within that industry of front-line services. I believe that they should be fitter, healthier, because that alone, within the industry, is a problem. I saw it yesterday as a perfect example. I was dropping off essentials, yeah, for my mum and dad, and the next door lady, who's been very ill. She has a carer that goes to her, and the carer was struggling to walk down the driveway, struggled to get in through the door. The lot. And Betty, was her name, was in any situation whereupon she needed lifting or anything like that. The woman that went in there could not do it. Fact. I haven't got a picture of it or anything like that, but it looked like she needed more care than the 90-year-old lady Betty. It took her about 5 minutes to get up the stair and into the door, and I am no exaggeration on that. So that's a big problem, isn't it? Within the industry, the fitness. So to me, if you want to be frontline services, you've got to do it all then, haven't you? You can't just take the praise, you've also got to do the work on top of that. Now the thing is, the governments on the national TV, are saying things like, well, there's more people, are doing a healthy walking a day, they're doing more cycle riding, because they, as in, the governments and this movement of locking people up, and they're trying to say things like, they're getting fitter, using more cycle, they're pushing us into a bit more fitter. So does that not mean they should do the same to the standard of the other frontline services? So we as the public know that when a carer goes into that house, they are physically capable of doing their job.